The Buddha also said that it is very easy for the householders to practice Buddhism. The key thing that we should understand is that practicing of Buddhism is not a ritual. It can be done anytime, anywhere. And how do you do that? Is that to practice your first is to practice the 5 precepts, or the 5 basic rules of conduct that a householder should observe. First is to not to kill. Second is not to steal. Third one is not to commit adultery or sexual misconduct. Third one is not to lie, and the fifth one is not to consume intoxicants. So basically, these are the 5 precepts that the Buddha laid out for regular people to observe, or as way of their guidelines to how they should conduct their everyday life. And also to go a bit deeper is how to practice the mind as well. We've covered the body and the speech, and also the mind. The mind is that what the who are new to the Buddhism should do is that they should try to get rid of the bad thoughts. Basically, how to get rid of the bad thoughts, or those ill will, or those vengeance or anger, is by coming back to your breath, to practice meditation. There are many ways that are taught nowadays about meditation, but here we only look at how the Buddha taught about meditation. He said that when anyone goes into an empty house or on the foot of a tree, he should fold his leg, fold the legs, and then sit up straight, and then be mindful of his breath. That's it. And then if he breathes in, he knows that he breathes in. If he breathes out, he knows that he breathes out. Either it's long or short, you just know your breath. We've been breathing all our life, but we have never been observing breath. The Buddha said that we should discard it, let it go. Try not to be enticed by them, not to get carried away by those thoughts. Just come back to your breath. So basically, if you are in everyday life, if we encounter this undesirable feeling or displeasure, just let it go and come back to your breath. And it can be done in every posture, whether you're standing, sitting, lying, walking, because you're thinking all the time. You'll never be able to just concentrate on being just mindful of your breath. That's how you practice Buddhism. So that comes back to the very essence of Buddhism, that we want to end the rebirth. We want to end reincarnation. We don't want to be born again. And birth in Buddha's term is not the birth of the physical form, but also the abstraction form, the abstractions as well. The birth of the happiness, sadness, memory, formation of plan. They have origination and they have cessation. Everyone knows that this happiness, individual happiness, is not going to last. You can't feel happiness the whole day. It's gone. At the time we don't know. Or you feel sadness or despair, it's not going to last. Somehow end at a moment in time. That's because how this works because the mind is grabbing hold of this abstraction. In a way, the mind is having existence on these abstractions or this feeling, and then birth has already taken place. And when there's birth, the Buddha said there's going to be aging, suffering, and death. That's why you cannot feel happiness the whole time or the whole day, because when your mind is resting or dwelling or exists on this happiness, at some point it will disappear, it will cease to exist. So this is the natural cycle of how the body and the mind works. So the Buddha said, well, why don't we just stop the process of birth by just stop it at the point of existence. When birth is taking place, stop it, let it go, come back to your breath. In way you're practicing the end of rebirth all the time. If your goal is to end rebirth, to end reincarnation, that's how you. This is like the direct way, the fastest way to stop breath.
So you practice by being right now in just the awareness of the moment that's happening to you, instead of placing importance on happiness or sadness or thoughts of the past or of the future or anything else. It's just purely because the breath is happening right now. That's why the breath is so important, isn't it?
Yes. So you have one place for the mind to dwell on. That's your body. But also for regular people who have to carry on with their lives, they have to do their work, or they have to think. Thinking is part of their life. How do they practice Buddhism? The Buddha also say that they can practice Buddhism by just concentrating on the work that they do in this moment. Just to be mindful of the work that they are doing. You know that sometimes when we are working, our mind is not concentrating on this work. We are working when we are thinking of something else. We are thinking of the thing we want to engage, like want to watch movies after this work, want to get out of it as soon as we can. That's when you might start to wander already. What the Buddha say, well, you want to carry on with your daily life, just let those thoughts go and coming back to your present moment, to breath or the work that you're doing. Have a place for your mind to dwell on. That's your body. The correct way is that it originates on your body, on your breath, and it ceases to exist from your body, and then it originates at another element, which is the abstraction, like the happiness or sadness or whatever, or the memory or the volitional formation, and then at one point in time it will cease to exist. You can test this for yourself by meditation. When you try to know your breath, it will sometimes for just 2 or 3 or 3 breaths you start to wander off again. That's how you see the facts of how your body and your mind works. It goes, you let it go, and then you bring it back. And then it goes again, you let it go, and then you bring it back to your breath. Through meditation, you begin to understand and see for yourself that his teaching is very true. It's the facts.
So what I've found with Buddhism is that a lot of the things, no matter if you think of it with a creative mind or a logical mind, it makes sense, and it's something that you just try for yourself. And every single time you try it, you can feel it and experience it in your own life. So that's one of the things, the great joys about Buddhism, I believe.
Yes, and it's something that you can do and practice anywhere, anytime, regardless of the place or regardless of the time. It can be done anywhere, anytime, and when you see for yourself, you begin to understand that his teaching is very real and very true. It's very nice things about Buddhism.